Hello everyone. In the last videos, we discussed about COVID-19, black fungus, white fungus, so many dangerous diseases. And what is common in all that is the decreased immunity. So in my previous video, I had told you about to be safe from all these, the only major solution is increasing your immune power or increasing your immunity. So how you can increase your immune power? It's something like how you can increase the soldiers, the army, navy, everything like that for the nation. What soldiers do you have? Do you need to increase soldiers? And if you're supposed to increase, what is the way? What are the soldiers and how it can be increased? Let us try to discuss that in this video in detail. So in a single word, if I want to say how you can increase your immunity, we can say just take PCMB. I'm not asking you to go back to college and choose physics, chemistry, maths and biology. Obviously PCMB, I mean physics, chemistry, maths and biology, but not about taking that course. So understanding the physics, chemistry, mathematics and biology of increasing immunity. So what I am telling, need not to worry, I am going to explain it in detail. So let us take one by one and discuss that in detail. Our immune system comprises of many different cells in our body. Don't they just think there will be some soldiers employed inside our body? Yeah, they are, but in the form of cells. Especially you might have heard of WBCs, white blood cells. So these are the major, there are a lot of WBCs, they are different names they are called as. So they all fight. They are, I had discussed in many previous videos about this. So WBCs are actually the fighters. And to support them, even we need RBC, because if you have RBC, then the proper oxygen will be supplied. In the sense, for your soldiers, the proper energy can be given only if RBCs also are at the proper level. So the blood, especially the totally RBC plus WBC is nothing but the blood itself added with plasma and platelets. So my video is all about how do we increase these things. If you increase the number of WBC, if you increase the number of RBC, it means you are ready to fight. It is something like you are increasing the soldiers, as well as you have to pack the soldiers with some sharpshooters, some specialized forces also, right? So that also will do it. And there is one more point that we will discuss now with one by one subjects. So in PCMB, what comes first? The physics. P. Physics. So what physics is required here to increase immunity? Simple physics, that is physical exercise. You all have to do exercise, the physical exercise. So by doing physical exercise, how does it impact your immunity? That's a question, right? So what happens is, here by physical activity, WBCs will not increase. Don't just think of that relation. But what happens is, there will be a lot of enemies also might have entered inside our army. There are a lot of toxic substances in our blood, in our body. So very important thing is, first of all, remove that toxic substances. Gaddaron ko maar do. Then we'll be free from those things. We'll be free from those people who actually betray us from behind. So that we can do it by physical exercise. Every day you have to take out some time for yourself for some physical exercise. After recording this video, I am also going for some physical exercise. So you guys every day make a schedule and some 45 minutes, 30 minutes something at least you have to take out for some exercise. There are a lot of other YouTube channels which may help you out in many different exercises. Or simple, you can just have some exercise in your home, as you might be aware of it. That's physics. That side of physics is very little here. What is chemistry? So here the chemistry is, so probably in chemistry, what did chemist what is chemist shop, you might have heard. Medical, avoid going there. Why? That's because if you take excess medicines, then it will decrease your immunity. So something like COVID is there. Suddenly you get some cold and you just go to the medical shop, get some citizen, have it, get some little pain, get worried, have some paracetamol, dicyclophenol. Oh, lots of medicine you will start filling inside your body. What actually does it? Your WBCs will feel sad because you have your own army which can fight against the disease and you are bringing from outside. Wow, this is not the right thing, right? You, when you have your first trust on your army, trust on your force, instead of just trusting that our external medicines, that what happened, there are a lot of your soldiers will just turn faces and run away. They won't work properly because you believe on somebody, an outsider. That's why stop going for chemist and don't take excessive medicine unless it is prescribed by doctor. And that too, if it is something like major things, if your major problem is there, otherwise you can, there are a lot of cure in your food itself. So don't go for uh, taking excess medicine. Okay, what's the next thing? Okay, the next thing is, what do we have after PC? We have right, mathematics. So what mathematics do you do it? Do you need to solve some problems so that this COVID problem goes away? No, that's not the case. Here, calculate the proper hours of sleep. So sleep is very very important. I know there are a lot of sleep lovers, those who want to sleep for a long time. You might be watching. It's a good news for you all that you can, if as much as you sleep, your immunity will be good. Means then too much is too bad. Don't just consider just getting up for three most important things in your life and just sleeping. What's the three most important thing? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and sleeping the other time. That's not the solution. But instead of having a small less hours of sleep, like 6 hours, you have to increase more than 8 hours. 8 hours is a very good thing. 8 to 10 hours you can say. Anyhow, what you're supposed to do, you can't go outside also, as the state is completely locked down. You know, throughout many states are locked down, under lockdown in the country. So aram say have a nice sleep, 8 to 10 hours, and note it, in night, it's especially in night time, not in the daytime you can have small snaps, but night you have to sleep properly. That will boost your immunity. Yes, that's the mathematics what I was speaking about. Don't worry about, you need not to find the value of x here. Okay, so what's the last thing? Throughout this video we have had discussed, and further also we discussed, that's our biology. So obviously we are the living organisms. So about ourselves itself is biology. So that's not is what I'm speaking. The majorly here we will study again chemistry and biology together. And what it's all up, first we studied about the general thing about sleep, avoiding medicines, and then what we discussed about the physics exercise. But what is supposed to intake? You might be waiting for some food itself. Always we used to say about food, the foods which increase that this. Okay, fine. I'm going to speak about that. What foods can actually increase your immunity? That's what is the biology. Let's discuss.